Your dog has been trying to answer one huge question every single day. Am I actually happy living this life with you? They can't say it, but their body, their routines, and all those little weird habits are screaming the answer if you know how to read them. So in this video, we're breaking down 5 powerful signs your dog is truly happy. Not just fed and walked, but safe, fulfilled, and deeply bonded to you. Use this like a translator for your dog's secret language. Number 1. They've turned your home into their personal map. A happy dog doesn't just exist in your house. They own it in their mind. Watch how they move through your home. A content dog walks with an easy, casual confidence. They wander from room to room like they know exactly what everything is, and nothing feels like a threat. They pause to sniff the couch where you always sit. They circle their favorite spot before lying down. They check the hallway, and then flop in just the right place to see what's going on. They're constantly updating an invisible map in their brain. Your scent is their anchor. They'll lie on your side of the bed, curl up on the hoodie you left on a chair, or slide into the exact spot where your feet rest on the couch. That's not random. That's your dog saying, "Where you are is where I feel safe." In a truly happy dog, you'll notice the whole home feels like their comfort zone. They're not slinking along the walls or freezing in doorways. Instead, they move like the place is familiar and predictable. An anxious dog often tells the opposite story. They may cling to one safe corner and rarely leave it, or they'll pace constantly, never really settling anywhere. But when your dog treats the entire house like a calm kingdom they understand, it's a huge sign they feel secure in their life with you. Number 2. Their wake-up routine is slow and luxurious. If you really want to know how your dog feels about their life, don't start with their walk. Start with their morning. A dog who feels safe doesn't explode out of sleep like an alarmed guard. They wake up like they're on vacation. Tomorrow morning, watch what happens before they're fully awake. Their eyes will flutter, they might sigh, they might wiggle or roll onto their side. Then comes the stretch. A truly content dog stretches like they're doing doggy yoga. Front legs out, hips up, long body. Maybe that little groan that sounds like they're complaining, but really they're just enjoying it. They might stretch one back leg, then the other, and follow it with a full body shake. The tempo is everything. A happy dog wakes up in stages. They look around the room calmly, maybe blink a few times, maybe glance at you. There's no panic, no instant bolt to their feet like something's wrong. They're easing themselves into the day because on some deep level, they trust that this place and these people are safe. Dogs living with constant stress often jerk awake at every tiny sound. Number 3. They quietly build their day around yours. Happy dogs are pattern detectives. They don't know what 6:30 a.m. is, but they absolutely know what your 6:30 a.m. looks and sounds like. They pay attention to everything, the faint sound your phone makes before the alarm goes off, the way the light looks in the room when you usually get up, the creak of your bed frame right before you put your feet on the floor, the sound of your keys when you leave, the pause outside the door before you step back in. A content dog uses all these tiny clues to build secret routines around you. 15 to 30 minutes before you normally come home, they may drift toward the door or window, not panicking, not whining, just hanging out in the right place at the right time so they can casually be there when you arrive. The difference between secure and stressed shows up here in a big way. A happy dog will position themselves where they can see or hear you come in, but they're not glued to the door like their life depends on it. It's that, "Oh hey, fancy seeing you here" vibe. Even though they've been low-key waiting, a very worried or insecure dog might show the extremes, either hiding completely until you're inside and settled, or obsessively waiting right at the door, pacing, crying, or scratching like they can't handle the separation. What's really beautiful is how some dogs adjust these rituals to your moods. If you usually come home tired and quiet, they might tone down the intensity of their greeting. If Saturday mornings usually mean walks or adventures, they may start bouncing around earlier, bringing you toys, or circling you with this, "I know what day it is" energy long before you make a move. When your dog has built these subtle routines around your life, it's because they feel safe enough to invest emotionally. That's not just habit, that's love plus security. Number 4. Their face and ears stay soft and expressive. Dogs don't have whiskers that tell stories like cats, but their ears, eyebrows, and forehead absolutely spill their emotional secrets. Look at your dog's face when they're just hanging out with you. A happy dog usually has relaxed ears that aren't pinned back in fear or held rock still and forward like they're about to charge into battle. Their eyes are gentle, maybe a little squinty, with those little eyebrow muscles lifting when they look at you. Throughout the day, a content dog's face moves in small, relaxed ways. Their ears perk up briefly for sounds, then fall back into neutral. Their eyebrows rise when they look into your eyes, especially when you speak to them. That little puppy dog eyes expression is often a sign of connection and curiosity, not manipulation. A chronically stressed or uncomfortable dog often looks very different. The ears might stay glued back or stuck in a stiff forward position. The forehead can be wrinkled tight. Eyes might be wide and unblinking or constantly scanning the space, rarely settling. When you see that soft, mobile, expressive face, that's a dog who feels safe enough to relax. They're not bracing for the next bad surprise, they're simply existing, aware, but not afraid. Number 5. Their tail writes messages just for you. We've all heard wagging tail means happy dog, but it's more complicated and more beautiful than that. A truly content dog has a tail that moves in easy, flowing patterns. The base of the tail is relaxed. The wag is loose. Sometimes the wag is so big, their whole back end joins in, turning into the classic full-body butt wiggle. You'll start to notice they have certain signature wags they reserve just for you. There might be a special sideways wag when you say their name in a certain tone, a lazy, slow wag when you walk into the room and they're too sleepy to get up, but they still want you to know they noticed. Or that explosive helicopter-style spin of the tail when you grab the leash or come home from work tail position tells a story too. A mid-height, relaxed tail that rises a bit when they're excited is a great sign in a familiar environment. The movement matches the rest of their body, relaxed muscles, soft face, normal breathing. A tucked tail pressed tightly against the belly usually means fear. A very high, stiff tail vibrating at high speed can signal intense arousal or stress rather than calm joy. A tail that barely moves, attached to a stiff, motionless dog, can mean they're overwhelmed. The wag you want to see in a happy indoor dog is that loose, rhythmic one that seems to start from the hips and occasionally explode into full wiggly chaos when they're near you. That's not just a reflex, that's happiness physically leaking out of them. If you recognized a lot of these signs in your dog, that's a pretty amazing thing. It means that in all the small, ordinary moments of your day, you've been quietly building a life where your dog feels safe, understood, and truly happy. And if you didn't see as many signs as you hoped, that's not a failure. It's just a roadmap. A more predictable routine, gentler training, more play they genuinely enjoy, better rest spots near you, and calmer reactions from you when they're unsure can slowly shift their body language over time. Your dog is always talking. Now you've got 10 new ways to listen.